Buttholes and Bananas is
And we're
the
live.
name.
We'll do it fucking live. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Fuck it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Okay.
God.
Have I been out of touch because
Yes.
yeah, the answer is always yes.
Yeah.
I got on TikTok there for a little bit and I came across this, I guess it's like a British TikTok account that asks people what meme is always at the top of, lives rent free in your head. And a lot of them were the brother, what is that, like a European thing? Because I had never seen it until then.
Oh, I still don't even
mine.
know.
Me and Jordan have been saying it for a while.
Brother,
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Just like somebody making a like ew sound.
Yeah.
Or there's like brother,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Man, that little kid that does the you know what I'm talking about.
About going to the Four Seasons Orlando.
Well, no,
no.
well, I don't know.
That's
it was
a different
like,
thing.
Yeah, it's like a kid. I think he's maybe autistic or something like that, and like he's like eating something, and he goes like, and then like, and people put like, hey,
that chick.
we wanna-
Are you sure it's a kid?
Yeah, it's a kid. I can show you real quick.
Because the one I'm thinking is like a full-grown
all over
woman.
my feed for some reason. Nah.
He's not eating anything.
Well, the kid, he's got food on his face. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying this is a different thing Larry's thinking of.
Gotcha. And of course, I'm sure that I'm not going to be able to find it, even though it's been all over my feed for the past like fucking forever. Dude, there you go. This kid.
I've not seen that.
So it's actually.
Thank God, don't get much kid content though.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But like, and.
Whole face.
But then like they say something like, oh, the starting salary's like $50K or something like that, and
Yeah.
he's like, and you get a sign-on bonus, and he's like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, but you got to work every weekend. He's like,
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen that meme, but only Allie got to see it.
Well, I mean, I can. No, honestly, it's not the one. Here you go. Let me get it to restart, and then I'll hold it up. All right, here we go. There's not going to be audio.
I know that. Oh, yeah. No, that.
And then it mentions it. He's like, no.
That's. I feel like that's like specifically targeted to your demographic.
I mean, probably. Dude, do I look at funny kid videos? Absolutely.
Specifically, Asian kid videos is what I'm getting at.
I mean,
no. What was I?
No.
I was gonna mention something, but I forgot exactly. Nope. There it went again. Never mind.
All right, let's
It'll come back to
kick
me.
this bad boy off.
It'll come back to me at some point.
Let's do this thing. All right, let's make sure amateur hours turned off, and
Yeah.
we write down a time. Is on my side. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. What is up, everybody? You have just tuned in to the Tether Radio podcast, the only podcast keeping
We're off to a great start.
Let's do it again.
We're so well spoken.
Record-breaking moment.
Fuck it. All right, here we go. What is up, everybody? You've just tuned into the Tether Radio podcast, the only podcast keeping you from spiraling out into the infinite abyss. I'm your host, Daniel, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely two co-hosts, Allie and Larry.
Yeah.
And I know I say as always because, you know what? Fuck it.
I wasn't here last week, so
I keep losing. Well, he
just always says that.
Yeah, I always say that. Exactly. And I always lose the soundboard button for this anytime you're not here, Larry.
Please clap.
Like literally last week, we did it, and I had to clip out probably a 10 to 15 second seconds of me spazzing and like hitting a bunch of buttons and being like, "Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?" Okay, here it is.
Oh,
Please
that's
clap.
amazing.
So, how are y'all's weeks going?
I'm upright. How's yours?
Man.
I'm not 6 feet under. How about that?
I was,
You wanna go?
yeah, I was off all of last week, right? And part of that week, I worked on my car because it's been giving me trouble. So it worked fine up until the last day of my vacation. So I was supposed to go back to the office on Tuesday. Sunday night, my car decides to say, "Oh, no, not today." Dies in the middle of the road.
No, really?
I'm like, you had an entire week to do this. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm in Blaine.
Blaine? That's where I used to
Yes.
live. I used to live in fucking Blaine. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Wait, 10 at night in Blaine? Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, dude, Blaine had been shut down for like
Yeah,
two to
they
3
were almost
hours.
like,
Yes,
Yeah,
There's
dude.
no sidewalks in Blaine.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
So I pulled into this gas station and the guy let me keep my car there for the night, but I found out that I didn't have roadside assistance.
Mm.
So I'm like, shit, I guess I'll sign up for AAA. I signed up for AAA, but then they have this policy where you can't order a tow truck for 3 days after you sign up. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I need it
I mean,
right
that makes
now.
sense.
Yeah, otherwise everybody would do
We're
exactly
just
So,
3 days. That's gonna. I figured it would be like a 24-hour like thing, but
yeah. So now I'm having to take my car apart all over again to try to find out what's happening. But at least I got a week off of work. So there's that. That was my week, dude.
Nice.
Other than that,
Yeah.
just pretty chill.
well, okay, rock and roll. And Allie, you just want to leave yours at upright?
I'm just still getting nowhere with getting my fucking car fixed, and it's pissing me off. And then maintenance shit with my apartment's pissing me off, and everybody's making me nag them because nobody will do any work, and I'm like, I don't want to nag anybody.
Yeah.
I just want you to do the most basic part of your fucking job.
Now, I was talking to I might have been talking to you, Allie, about like servers, and it's just like,
How, like, you feel like you owe them an apology sometimes. We were
Yeah.
talking about that last week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did it's like
I'm like, did I do something to you?
They
Like, did
come
I
up
wrong
and it's like, oh yeah, can I actually have sweet potato fries instead of normal French fries? And they look at you like,
They just
are you
glare at
fucking
you.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Like seriously, you want to amend your fucking order, you fucking piece of shit? And I'm just like, you know what? I don't even need fries.
No substitutions.
No
None.
substitutions. What? Let me guess. You want one onion ring tossed in there just on the fucking house? Is that what you want?
I specifically don't like lettuce on sandwiches or tacos or anything, but I like salads. And the number of times that I've ordered like a sandwich without the lettuce and
Yeah.
then like a side salad, and the server calls me out on it. And I'm like, I'm not saying I'm like allergic to lettuce. I just don't want slimy lettuce on my burger, dog. Like,
It does
let me
make
get a salad.
it gets like really soggy and just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like the taste of like hot lettuce.
Oh, dude. So I
Ugh.
went to Megan and I went to a bridge recently.
Yeah.
Have you had their Caesar salad?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's horrible.
I thought it would be good. Like,
Dude, it was hot. It was hot, wilty lettuce.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking garbage.
and I've had like a charred Caesar salad
Yeah.
before that's good.
Is it cold? Or is it hot?
It's
Or...
usually served kind of hot, but that one was just like slimy.
Yeah, I mean, it literally, it was
No,
just
Jordan
like
and I
cooked
got one
lettuce.
to split because we wanted to sit like with our food.
Yeah.
If you catch me out somewhere splitting a side salad as my whole meal, it is a cry for help. Like that couldn't be me. But no, like but we got that just to split with our stuff, and we were both like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were so excited about it, and then it's
Hot.
Yeah.
Wes says hot
Oh,
lettuce
man.
is the show title.
Hot lettuce.
It's also another stripper name of mine.
It's also the name of my gooch.
The real question is, can we do 2 teas and hot?
Duh.
Okay, thank you.
What are you like running out of letters? What's going on?
Oh man.
He's just gotta run any misspellings by me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm like, so is that with an S or a Z? You know, when we said titties.
Oh,
For
dude.
some reason, when someone says titties but they spell it with 2 D's, it cracks me up. It's
Titties.
so much funnier to put titties.
Yeah, titties.
That's what she said.
God.
2 D's are more fun. That's exactly what she said.
No,
Oh,
that's
dude,
not.
this is like the best story ever because it's got little chunks of ice in it.
Ooh.
I just won the fucking starry lottery over here,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Well, normally my beer fridge just explodes stuff, so but this one
There's
you
nothing
treated
like
this right.
there's nothing like a cheap beer that's like got chunks of ice.
PBR.
Oh,
Or
Holy.
even just like if you go somewhere and they like frost their glasses, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got like a ½ inch of just like slush on the
Twin
top, and I'm like,
Peaks.
I don't really like Miller Lite. However,
Oh my god!
Everybody, we just heard what it sounds like to get fellatioed. That's what it sounds like to get fellatioed by Allie.
Right?
In case anyone was wondering.
oh, like you would know. Shut the fuck up.
I did.
that is-
What?
That's amazing.
I don't know. Sounded weird. Sounded weird.
That just gave me a headache. I just laughed so hard at that. Oh man. So we had Megan won family photos.
Megan wins so much stuff.
Dude, she
enters so much stuff now.
she does.
Yeah.
I told my dad that Megan won family photos, and his first response is, "That girl's so lucky she can shit in a swinging pot."
What?
And I'm like, "Pops, I love you." Like, and I was like, you know what? If I was on TikTok, I might test his hypothesis.
So Matt's calling you out, dude. Apparently you did
What's
some
up?
cringy shit last week. You did
what'd I
not
do?
pronounce an anime correctly, and now I'm not
Is
going to
it not
say it. Just in
Naruto? Naruto?
I knew I didn't know how to say it.
I think
Oh,
it's
calling who out?
you.
Who's getting called out?
I asked you how to say it, and you were
I thought
confident.
it was. Second, I just need to point out how Mexican Larry got the other week talk. The other week.
Blood talk. Oh,
talk,
dude,
I
fuck
think,
off.
Larry can't pronounce Oaxaca, and my lily white ass can.
I'm whitewashed, man. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. Well, now I have to look up how to pronounce it. How to pronounce no.
We could just
NRU.
we could just keep trying until Matt tells us we're right.
I know, right?
Is it Naruto?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, Naruto.
That's not what she said.
Well, she said Naruto Shippuden, but that's the second.
Yeah, but I
part.
mean, like you said it back a different way than she said it.
Oh, okay. Let's try it again.
You guys see that?
I don't know.
Naruto.
Yeah, but the emphasis is on the nah.
Ah, I got it.
Naruto.
Okay, Larry got it. Okay.
Okay. Oh my god.
You know, I played that same is this a real Midwest emo song or did I make it up to
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah.
And she got whooped.
Oh really?
Which is really funny. Like you did way better than she did.
Yeah, but man, I think it's also she probably knows more about those bands.
Yeah.
And
So
so
I
like
did
she
a pretty good job making them up.
I was guessing
Yeah.
she was actually doing like educated guesses
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
Larry, did you happen to listen to that on Untethered?
No, I honestly,
not.
dude, I
fine.
legit turned off my phone for 3 days, which I could have listened to it after that, but I was just like disconnected except for specific points, you know, because obviously I could not go cold turkey for a long
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
So, yeah, I would turn off my phone for like 48 hours and then turn it back on and like just scroll through TikTok and then turn it back off. And it's just like, I don't know. It was great. It was relaxing.
Unplugging. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. So anyway, so Megan won these photos, these family photos, and the girl hits her up and is like, "Hey, can you do it?" And this episode's gonna come out, you know, whatever next week. So um, we had the photos on the 4th, so it was supposed to rain all day.
Yeah.
And I told Megan, I was like, so are we gonna like reschedule this, or are we gonna do like some kind of weird like rain theme, or like how is this gonna work? And she was like, well, the girl said that the rain's supposed to move out by like 5:30. We're supposed to meet her at like 6:30 or something like that, which is weird because normally I turn into a pumpkin at about 7. But here, so we get over there, step out of the car, meet her. It immediately starts raining. So she's like, okay, I was watching the weather this entire time. It looks like this should move through in about 10 minutes. Let's just chill if you guys can, and if that's all right. And then we'll hop out, and hopefully get some really good stuff before, the next little thing pops up.
Yeah.
And so we get in the car and like we're listening to music, and like we've got Finn obviously with us, which is just super fun, trying to occupy a 6-year-old in a car, a sitting car.
Yep.
Anyway, so we wait 10 minutes. It's still raining. We wait 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's raining harder. We wait 20 minutes. We basically waited about a little over 20 minutes. Yeah. Finally, it like lets up. We all get out of the cars. Ended up like working out really well, but having photos, like it is the most awkward fucking like taking direction from someone on like it is so fucking weird.
Yeah,
like
I hate it.
Megan and I were both sweating because we were so like.
It's just
not nervous,
so
but like, yeah, it's just like yeah. It's like we're gonna try to capture a really personal moment,
Dude, no, that's so stupid. I hate those.
I mean, I completely agree. The only reason I did is because, like I said, she wanted.
You want them, yeah.
Now, granted, the girl has sent us a few of the like sneak peek stuff as she's like going through all of them and everything, and she did a phenomenal job. I'd have to say, and I think Megan is completely sold on like family photos now.
Oh, no.
At this point,
yeah.
Oh, R.I.P., bro.
No, I know, and I was just like, man, I figured we'd get like some good ones, but like she's already sent us like 4 or 5 that like are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I'm fucked at this point.
Yeah, dude, you should go ahead and schedule a boudoir shoot for you.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't that be like a dudoir?
Boudoir. Show title.
I don't. You're gonna have to spell that shit for me. I
think I'm kind of partial to hot lettuce. We might stick with that.
All right.
Especially with the 2 T's, it's really doing it for me.
Okay. All right. I was trying to think of anything else that really we've done lately. That's kind of been it. It's been doing the camp stuff and.
I feel like I haven't been on in forever, man. I guess it's because
honestly, it seems like it
because I was off one, on one, off one, so it doesn't feel right. I don't like the feeling.
That's because it's not. You should be on more.
Well, I had some stuff to do, so
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I think that's pretty much all I have. I don't think I've got anything else. We started rewatching Midnight Mass. Did you guys ever watch that?
No, but I heard a lot about it.
Man,
yeah,
it is so good. It is very well done.
Yes.
Yeah. I really. You saw it, Larry?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like we're straight up cruising through it. There was a movie that we watched recently, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. So I don't know. Guess it wasn't that great. I'm super excited to go see Fly Me to the Moon.
Don't even know what that is.
So it's a movie about the moon landing, but the premise is that they're doing all the stuff for NASA to go to the moon, but then they're going to bring in somebody to film a fake moon landing so that they've got their butts covered.
Okay, that's funny.
For if they don't make it to the moon. I was like, whoa! And guess what it comes out?
So it's a documentary?
Yeah, right. Guess what it comes out? my birthday.
I was gonna say it's gonna be yeah. That's funny.
So that one, and there was another one that looked really good. What the hell, man? I gotta start writing this shit down.
Dude,
My mind is not the steel trap that it never was.
I speak steel trap. It's not the Faraday cage it once was. I just sent you a picture, and it has to do with Interstellar. It took me a little bit to really get this map, but it's a pretty, once you understand it, it's a pretty simple explanation of each character's journey through the movie. So like, you know, it shows you who went to Edmund's planet, who went to Miller's planet, and Dr. Mann's. Like, it's.
Are you getting Allie ready?
Yeah.
Are you
Have we
priming
set a
Allie?
date for that yet? Is there a set date?
Not yet.
No.
Wait, aren't they? Wasn't there something about them?
Yeah, they're
Interstellar in
yeah,
the theater?
back to the theaters. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm not going to see it in the theater.
No, honestly, I wouldn't.
No.
Because it's a long enough movie to where like you might want to
need an
pause it.
intermission to like
Oh, yeah.
You might
at
want
least
to
a
pause
pee
it.
and more beer break or
Exactly.
something. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Do,
100%.
do a second bag of popcorn, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho, I think that's all I've got. Do you guys have anything else before we get into this bad boy?
Oh man.
I just want to say that I didn't forget to wrap up Attica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for mentioning
I'm just like, my brain was fried and I didn't want to phone it in. So I was like, what if we just do a normal shit tonight and then we'll record the wrap up of Attica next week and like maybe put it out Monday anyway, even though it's going to be an
we could do that.
untethered.
Yeah, I can absolutely
Just so that
do
it's out. Because
Sure.
it's dull, man. Like and there's a lot of stuff that I do want to get through, but it's just like case after case after like, and you want to know what happened to all these like prisoners that are getting, you know, falsely railroaded of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big West Memphis 3 vibes with the
shit.
stuff, dude.
But yeah, so
didn't just dip on it. We'll wrap it up.
There will be a part 6. It will be, but it's not going to be 300 part 6. It's
Just gonna call it like Untethered Attica Epilogue or something. Yeah.
There we go. So, and that will go out. We'll put that out with the full episode on Monday. So
Next.
Oh, after they're listening to this. Yeah, when they're
yes,
listening. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Sometimes when we try to talk about when we're recording and when stuff comes out, I'm like, are we in like dark matter or like?
Oh, dude.
Fuck! I gotta start watching that show. I keep forgetting that show now.
Yeah. What is that?
It's on Apple TV.
Apple TV. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might have to see if
I might start
Buddy
that
can get
tonight.
that. So I started another book. Sorry, obviously we're not getting right into the
I was checking
episode.
this up last night or in chat. I was like, I've got Daniel finally on to the library and the audiobooks, and he's wearing them out.
Dude, no, I literally listened to 5 hours of a book today.
Yeah.
Like, I cooked so much shit today, and like I was doing bulgogi marinade. I was quick K pickling like jalapenos and daikon and shit, and just making some
I like
healthy
pickled
stuff for Megan.
anything.
Oh man,
Like,
I think I let you taste some of these. It's like onion and
These
radish
nuts.
and jalapeno slices.
Okay.
It's kind of spicy,
Yeah.
but it's like soy sauce, a little sweet, little spicy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was doing that shit all day, and I was listening to is it Necromancer by William Goodson, maybe something like that.
I know that title.
It's like a steampunk, cyberpunk kind of whatever thing.
Gordon R. Dixon?
Oh no, maybe I don't have the
Is that an old
title.
sci-fi book?
No, I think this was like early 2000s.
Okay.
Neuromancer. I'm sorry.
Neuromancer.
It is gnarly.
Yeah.
But it's
Ooh,
very
I like the cover.
it's kind of hard to keep up with,
Yeah.
to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's like they're going in and out of like basically, I guess I think they actually refer to it as the Matrix, but it's like they can reconstruct if you before you die you like basically download your consciousness, then you can be reconstructed in this other space.
Man, I guess that probably like really influenced the Matrix.
I don't know. I don't know when it came out.
84.
Oh, 84. Wow.
It sounds like the show.
Because they literally called it the fucking Matrix.
And it says it's the only novel to win the Nebula Award, the Philip K. Dick Award, and the Hugo Award. Those are big.
Damn,
Like,
I know Philip K. Dick,
yeah.
but
Hugo is like a really big sci-fi one.
really, but it's fucking gnarly, man. I mean, it's
Hugo is sci-fi or fantasy. Like that's a huge category.
yeah. But yeah, man, it's obviously it was good enough to listen to 5 hours of it today.
Yeah.
So,
I couldn't
but it's
do
only
that,
like
man.
a 10 or what?
My mind would drift off. I on several occasions I always replay a song because I forgot that I was paying attention to that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'll start like making up scenarios in my head. So whenever I listen to a book, I have to like read along with the audio. It's I don't know. I'm weird.
Well, I had to switch books because you know that other book that I was listening to that it was the Cryptonomicon.
Yeah.
So it's a 43 or 42 or 43 hour
Can't do
book.
it.
I made it 10 hours and then I had to give it back to the library. So I got back on the wait list to get it back, and I just put which chapter I was on or whatever. But it's really good.
Every now and then, even though there's a hold on it, it'll let you renew yours. Just like try. If it's not like you're gonna get fined if it.
Oh no. Well, and that's what it did. It was like, do you want to try to go ahead and grab it? And I was like, yeah. And it's like, nah, there's somebody waiting. So.
I've done it before, and there's like sometimes I'll do it, and there's just like one person waiting.
Yeah.
And then they'll like skip it for now.
Yeah.
So then it immediately comes right back to me.
Nice.
So like, don't let it get you down.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the hold times are always like the max it's gonna be too.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and that's what I was about to say because it said 4 weeks, and man, I think that there were like 4 or 5 books that popped up within like days of each other that were all like 6+ weeks.
And there's a lot of time, like I know I mentioned it before, but if you put holds on stuff, like libraries see how much demand there is, and they a lot of time they buy more like copies.
Yeah.
So that, and people will like start it and dip or just put that they don't want it yet. So
Yeah, absolutely. But no, the fucking Libby app.
Man, I'm telling you.
Holy shit. And specifically,
the Broward
County, man, has been delivering.
They're on one of these days.
I know, they really are. They really are.
But even if they do, like you can get like New York State Library for like $50 a year, which is way cheaper than per book on Audible. So
yeah.
And like a lot
and you're saying Nashville might have a decent
I think
selection.
Nashville is like $10 if you don't live in the county, but like $10 a year is basically free.
I mean, yeah,
that's girl math.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, I feel like if I can get a drink for more, it's like it doesn't fucking matter. I'm sorry.
I meant to take a picture of it, but I have like a physical like book journal that I log stuff in, and I have a page of how much I've saved using the library, and it's so cool to go back. I just like, if it's an audiobook, which it usually is, I just look at what it's selling for on Audible right then.
Yeah.
So I like total all that up, and I'm like, man, like just over 8 books, I might have saved $100 easily.
Yeah. So absolutely,
that's cool.
I was trying to get my dad on board with this stuff because I just feel like he's retired and he needs to keep flexing his brain,
I'm getting my aunt and uncle into it. My uncle kind of already fucks with audiobooks a little bit, but he more does like true crime podcasts.
Oh yeah.
He was like, he's been retired for a couple years, and he'll get up and go for a walk in the morning at like 6 in the morning in the woods by himself, and he'll be like, whew, I gotta listen to a different podcast.
Dude, that was like Megan going on her like morning workouts listening to I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Yeah. And she's like, I can't do this shit. Like
Trey told me there's a book by Paul Holes, who was one of the guys that like finished writing I'll Be Gone in the Dark. He's like one of the assistant guys. It's an Audible exclusive. It's called Evil Has a Name, and it's just like more info about that story. He was like, this is fantastic. So I bought that.
Yeah.
But it's just like 6 hours long.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, I keep finding these books that are just like fucking like literally 30 plus, 40 plus hours. And I'm like, what is going on?
When I first started Audible, that's all I was buying was like books that were like 30 or 40 hours because I wanted to really get my money's worth.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's not getting your money's worth if it's a chore.
No, and that's what like that Cryptonomicon was kind of a chore at first, but then once you get familiar enough with each of the characters, them bouncing back and forth from like basically the 90s to the 40s, you can kind of keep up with it pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, but and I guess that was kind of how Neuromancer also kind of was, because it's just like they just jump right in, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just like, wait, who said that? What's happening? What are we doing?
It's like, I hear a lot of people say it's stuff that's like really like fantasy that has like
Yeah.
a whole lot of names or a whole lot of like world building or something. Like
Mhm.
you need to be able to like follow along with how those names are spelled, or
Yeah.
like look at the map, or like look at the family tree in the front of the book. Like,
Dude, fucking Game of Thrones.
I couldn't.
Megan and I, they would like, and I know that anybody that's listening and like whatever that loves Game of Thrones and was great about keeping characters apart and stuff. So they would say Littlefinger,
Yeah.
and then they would say Lord Peter Baelish, and I'm pretty sure he had maybe one other nickname, and all of that's the same person.
No.
And it was, or like they'd just call him Peter, or they'd call him Lord Baelish, or they'd call him Littlefinger or
Oh my
whatever.
God.
And it was just like, oh my, wait, who was this? Oh my God, that's the same guy, you know? And I think it took me probably like 2 seasons to figure out that was the same fucking person. I'm so stupid when it comes to some of that, like the keeping up with characters. My God, it's difficult. For
It's
me, so.
especially an audio book because you're not seeing the names written down too.
Absolutely.
But it kind of does help if a name's pronounced funny, because in a book, if I don't know how to pronounce it, then I'm just gonna go with like the first couple letters and then just kind of like for the rest of it every time I read it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like I see Rumpelstiltskin written and I'm like, so that's
Oh yeah, it's wrong.
yeah, clearly.
Got it. All right. Who wants to start? Oh no. We'll start it off like you've been gone so much. I forgot.
Yeah.
Let's find out who the asshole is, man.
All right. Am I the asshole? So this was posted 8 hours ago, and it I'm watching it like significantly get more traffic. Am I the asshole for not declining or signing over my portion of my ex-boyfriend's life insurance payout to his mom?
See, for not declining or signing over my portion of my,
it gets a little bit more clear. When
I mean, if he put you as the beneficiary, then fuck it.
All right, so yeah, here we go. It gets a little hairy from the beginning.
I've never seen this flare at the top that says poo mode activated.
Yeah, and down below, this is now a proctologist only orifice. Chancellor of assholery. Anyway, I recently learned that my ex-boyfriend passed away of cancer in March. His mom called me last week to inform me of this, of his passing, and to inform me that that myself and her are listed as beneficiaries on the life insurance from his employer. She instantly tells me that she doesn't know why he never changed it, but I can decline or sign the check over to her once I receive it. Instantly, I'm in shock. He's gone and he left me on there? Why? I went back and forth wondering if this was on purpose or accidental. It's been years, approximately 6, since we mutually civilly split up. I was informed he had a new girlfriend that lived with him, and she has 2 children from a previous relationship that threw a wrench into things more. Is there a reason she never got put on it? Was this all just a big mistake? So today it has been 1 week, and this has been very hard, especially since his mom has been terrorizing me all week, trying to get me to agree to give her his money, or this money. She said the most hurtful thing she said the most hurtful things and has sent me the most disrespectful photos and videos of her son in his last moments. As of right
now, that just seems cruel.
Yeah.
Like what?
as of right now, I haven't even gotten in touch with the insurance company. I have no idea how much this is, or if I need a lawyer's help at this point. Well,
You absolutely fucking need a lawyer.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jesus Christ. Also, go post this on Best of Legal Advice.
Yeah, right.
Well, today's the day. I woke up knowing 100% I am keeping this money, and I'm not going to feel bad at all for helping my family with a gift my ex left for me. Unfortunately, part of me still wonders if it's the right thing to do by my ex, and if these were his wishes in the end. A little to add, my home burnt to the ground 3 years ago, July 20th, and October 1st, 2 years ago, my mom passed away from cancer as well. It has been a long, hard few years, and this money would literally buy myself a new bra for the first time in 3 years. My little clan could really use this money, and I think my ex knew that.
I mean, 6 years split up.
I mean, it was a civil split up, and
True.
like, who knows what his, girlfriend or mom actually need, and like.
I mean, in my opinion, I think that it's.
I feel like dude
I
forgot.
think it's a massive oversight. And
Yeah.
sorry.
So yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I think he.
But
totally
I
forgot.
don't think that the mom should. I don't think the mom should be like demanding shit of that. Like
The mom just sounds like she just assumed that she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh well, I know you'll just sign this right over to me."
Yeah.
Like, I'm at least gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
What would you do?
What would we do? I don't know. I probably would. Well, if the mom was acting like this, I'd absolutely just be like, "Fuck you, I'm keeping it."
Mm.
Now, if the mom,
Just based on that,
literally,
that it
this
might-
is fuck you, buddy.
that I might be like really hesitant, but with
Yeah.
the mom just starting out like that and just being foul, yeah, I'm gonna be a pain in your ass at least.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like, dude, she's not in a position to like
Yeah.
make these. It's like
Yeah,
the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend left the girl on there.
yeah.
And
If the mom was that concerned about it, he died of cancer. It wasn't like a sudden car crash. Like
yeah.
he presumably had time to get his affairs in order.
Jeez, man.
Like the mom should have brought that up before.
Yeah, I vote no. I vote
Yeah.
she's not the asshole just
Yeah,
because
later on in the thread, OP says that apparently that his house did go to the girlfriend. So there's that. And I guess the mom didn't argue because she says she's never been a generous giving person from what I remember, but she did tell me that his home will be signed over to the girlfriend. I don't know.
I don't know what would you do, Larry?
I mean, hey man, come up. I'd keep it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Would absolutely get legal advice.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
No, and honestly, the first comment about
Yeah.
being like, before you spend a cent,
Yes.
you need to like employ someone to figure out if this money is rightfully yours, and that you're not going to go out and fucking buy a new car, and then guess what? You don't have a car anymore because it was never your money in the first place, or whatever.
well, I
So-
mean,
Some-
what could be the argument? He never changed her as the beneficiary. So, I mean, you can't really say, oh, I forgot, therefore, because he's not there to stand up for that decision,
and the comments are full of like, karma's gonna come for you if you keep that money.
really,
Like
So
you should
really
be
up and down.
disgusted for even considering keeping it. You're treating this as a stroke of good luck while a mother is grieving her son's death. Truly bottom feeding behavior. It makes me sick.
Which,
I don't-
well, the
I
mom
don't know
gets
if
the mom
spending-
gets half of it, doesn't she? Because it was the beneficiaries were both his girlfriend and the mom. So I guess it's like the first beneficiary is his ex-girlfriend,
saying-
and
so this is
secondary
sounding-
is the mom.
Well, so this is sounding like more of a last will and testament kind of thing.
No, it's just like
No, it's just insurance payout.
But they said something about the girl getting the house.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not through life
the mom
insurance.
the mom
but
is signing over
different thing.
the
Yeah.
house. Yeah,
Mom's signing over the house.
yeah.
What,
I guess I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know how
To the
any of that works.
ex-girlfriend or whatever.
No, the girl that was living with him, the girlfriend that was living with him is getting
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was confused. I thought you were saying that.
He is getting the house.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And I was
God.
like, wait, are we still talking about life insurance?
Kick
Because
the
I'm pretty,
girlfriend out.
I'm pretty sure that's not how
Dude,
that
could you-
fucking works.
That was a different. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's how it works, right? Because whenever you fill out an insurance policy, you have a beneficiary, and then you have the second one, and I guess it goes in order, right? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know how executing a will works. So,
No.
I'm sure I could get my dad on here. He had to be the whatever executive or executor,
Yeah.
not executor,
That's
executor of a will, of his like great aunt's will, and he said it was a fucking mess, and he
Oh,
never wants to
bad,
go through that
dude.
again. Like,
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
well, people just come out of the fucking woodwork looking for a handout.
Yeah.
And it's like, where have you been? And we haven't, Uncle Terry, we hadn't seen you in fucking 40 years. We all thought you were dead. You want to pay out? What?
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't know. So what do you think? Asshole or not the asshole?
Oh.
I mean, I kind of agree with the comments that it's like, I would be on the fence, man.
I would be on the
because,
fence,
Yeah.
but like
Mom would be helping me make the decision.
the mom is something, and I don't know. It's also just like, I don't know if they had been in contact at all, if he knew that all this
Yeah.
stuff had happened to her and he knew that this could help her out, like,
Yeah.
and them, splitting up civilly and stuff. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it was on purpose. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard.
It's hard.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was actually kudos.
That's a good
Kudos,
find.
Larry.
Thank you,
Good
thank you.
find.
I actually read that one and picked it, so
Nice. See how good they can
I
be when
know,
you read
right?
it beforehand?
What are the odds? What are the odds when you actually prepare for something? Man, that's crazy.
Oh shit. All right. Allie, you want to go or you want me to toss one out there?
Yeah. Larry's favorite want to do activity. This couple found a safe with $100,000 in it while they were magnet
fishing, baby. Yeah.
Dude,
Let's fucking go.
that's awesome.
Like, what a time.
Dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How do you, dude, if I drop a safe with $1,000 in it, I'm diving for it.
I know,
I'm
so-
going in and I'm looking
Right?
for it. I mean, who knows? Probably really dirty money. of
I'm
some
still
sort,
looking
but-
for people to go magnet fishing with me because Ross moved out of the state. So
Post on Reddit, man. Somebody will go.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's all kinds of weirdos in the Knoxville subreddit. Like, that just want to do like a different kind of thing, you know?
Have you seen the different Reddits, Knoxville subreddits? Man, they are wild. Ooh.
Do you actually have like the setup to go? Or was it his setup?
It was his, but Dick's Sporting
How
Goods.
do you get like an
Dick's
Oh,
Sporting
they
Goods
really?
sells some. Yes.
Oh,
And-
so you're looking for a sugar daddy to take you magnet fishing, huh?
No.
Because you don't have the equipment.
You're
You're
like-
not looking
I
for
will go-
somebody to
Dude,
go.
The
Dude,
starter pack is
There's
7
looking for a magnet daddy.
Magnet Daddy show title.
We are on fire.
Good show title for that.
No, I mean, like, I'll go buy a kit. I mean, they're $70 for the like starter kit.
It's only $70.
Yeah. And it's a
Damn.
pretty strong, like it's like a 1,200-pound magnet, and you can get other
Okay.
magnets on Amazon, or you can get other kits on Amazon too. So, I mean, I
So
just
wait, once you get something on it, how do you pull the fucking magnet off?
you pull
Yeah, but I mean, like,
pry it off.
if it's going, well, no, I mean, if it's gonna pull, if it's going to literally be able to pull a fucking small safe off
Yeah.
the bottom of a lake, I mean, that's a fucking strong magnet, right?
Is it one of
So-
those that you can like turn off like it's got like an electrical current that makes it a magnet, and that's how
No.
you?
No, it's
Well,
usually
I
just
would
a
guess-
circular, heavy industrial magnet. They're rated by weight that they can hold. So I don't know.
But
That's
like,
a good question.
You
So
said 1,200?
yeah,
Or 12.
It's rated for 1,200
okay.
pounds. So I guess if you're pulling 1,200 pounds with that magnet, that's a car. You need to call the police.
You think a car weighs 1,200 pounds?
No, I'm saying
maybe like a Fiat.
Maybe a smart car.
A smart car.
Okay, you're pulling like a boat, like a little
Smaller.
like a little
Bicycle.
boat.
How about a bicycle?
Dude,
Little bicycle.
bicycle doesn't weigh 1,200 pounds.
No, it doesn't weigh.
He's like, does it? I can lift 1,200 pounds.
What about an e-bike?
Gun
No,
safe, a gun safe. There you go. All right, so somebody threw a gun safe.
Pick up gun safes to see how.
Hey man, they're you never know.
Fucking heavy.
Somebody may have gotten really nervous. After,
Dude.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
But at that point, you're talking about like
So what?
tone it.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, I would be interested to know how that was actually how you could get it detached from whatever.
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
Whatever it has, whatever it's pulled off the.
yeah, it's got to be. There's got to be a way to do it.
I guess you just slide it up, like slowly slide it up to an edge, and then finally pull it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ah, man, what if your finger got trapped between that?
Oh, that would suck. That's a bad time.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I guess you got to wear like
gloves.
Yeah, but I was gonna be an idiot and be like, steel fingered gloves.
Steel fingered gloves.
So you're just walking around like this, totally inoperable gloves.
Okay, I found a Reddit post on r/magnet fishing, of course. That how do I get a 500-pound magnet unstuck from a bridge?
Oh.
And then there's like a couple troll comments, and then one says, "Oh, I was able to get it off. A Good Samaritan saw me struggling and came back with a hammer, and we were able to hammer it off. The magnet didn't even get damaged. In the future, I'll bring a rubber mallet and another person since I'm little." And someone said, "Magnet is now stuck to stranger's hammer and bridge." It's so funny. Anyway,
Instructions unclear.
There wasn't a whole, I don't think, much to the story. But it's just like, this couple likes to go magnet fishing. They caught a safe. They opened it up and found clusters of water damaged $100 bills that amounted to about $100,000. They'd never landed a safe that had treasure in it, so they contacted NYPD to report it just in case it was part of something illegal.
Yeah,
which it's gotta be,
right?
Who's leaving $100,000 in the river?
In New York.
The couple anywhere. The couple said the NYPD told them they could not connect the safe to a crime because the money was in poor condition and there was no ID or hints of who the item belonged to originally. They let them keep the money. And the NYPD didn't answer any requests.
Well, so if it's water, like hardcore water damage, is it even like?
No, I was trying to see. Their next step is to take it to the Treasury Department, where they believe it can be reconstructed. Huh.
That's honestly, if nothing else, what a fucking like journey to go on.
Yeah. Okay. They said through magnet fishing, you can get rich and clean the environment at the same time. That's kind of cute. It says some of their previous finds have included guns, a grenade, a full-size motorcycle, and a drone.
What?
That's cool, man.
Wes said that big magnet says you got to get a new magnet if it gets stuck. Big magnet.
Nice.
That's what Big Magnet wants you to think.
Exactly.
Big Magnet hates him.
This one secret Big Magnet doesn't want you to know. Just get a hammer.
Oh my God. Well, so I actually have a follow-up for something that we covered last week. No, I'm sorry. No, no, I didn't cover it, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Or did I cover it? I can't remember. Did I cover the one about
I'm parking
the guy
right now, actually.
What?
I'm parking right now.
Oh, yeah. No, did you see that? That it was the dude that was calling in to.
No.
Did we cover that?
No, but I saw it everywhere.
Okay, so I had it to cover, but apparently I didn't cover it.
Yeah.
So there was a guy that it went absolutely viral that he supposedly had a suspended license and called into a
A Zoom court meeting.
A Zoom court meeting regarding what his
Suspended license.
right? But he was driving.
Yeah.
And so he calls in and he's like, "Hang on 1 second, I'm almost to my dentist. I'm a park."
The judge is like, "Are you driving?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to park though." And the judge is like, "Isn't this for a suspended license?"
Dude, the
Like,
realization whenever his face whenever he realized what the hell was happening was priceless. He's just like,
yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, so check this shit out. So the driver that went viral for appearing at Zoom hearing for driving with suspended license went to jail over clerical error. So he was sent to jail after he called in the situation that we just described. And basically they found out that his license was reinstated, but it was not actually reinstated in the system, kind of thing. So dude ended up at the end of the original call, they're like, "Hey, you know, we're revoking your bond. You got to show up to the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. that day." And it just went viral. So, however, new details in the case revealed that Harris had his license reinstated for over 2 years, but it never appeared on his file due to a clerical error. His driver's license was suspended in 2010 for unpaid child support with the Saginaw County Friend of the Court, but a judge rescinded the suspension in January 2022. But the Michigan Secretary of State's office confirmed on Friday that it had never received the clearance notice, that he had paid some fees, so the suspension was never lifted, according to the outlet, which first tracked down the clerical error. So I feel bad for this dude.
Yeah.
Just because it was fucking so he gets put on blast.
Yeah.
Hardcore. It wasn't even his fucking. It really is funny, and I would urge everyone to go look this up. Look up the original video, because it is pretty damn funny.
Well, because the judge is just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
And then the guy is just like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Both of their reactions are so like, you need the video for them.
Yeah. But it's fantastic. So, but so the cool thing is I guess, you know, obviously this was it was righted. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it on that one.
Well, I have an update too. Remember our friend Charlotte, the pregnant stingray?
I don't know if I do remember our friend Charlotte the pregnant.
Because there were no other stingrays in the
tank. It was it was just sharks and her.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, hit me.
So get this. A North Carolina aquarium that said it had a pregnant stingray with no male companions now says the fish has a rare reproductive disease. I didn't, up until I saw something about this, I totally forgot. And I'm like, oh shit, they have been really quiet about the pups for the stingray, right? Because there was a whole thing. Everybody was trying to guess what it was. They were calling it like Jesus stingray or whatever. So Thursday's statement from the aquarium and shark lab in Hendersonville did not say what the disease the stingray Charlotte has, or commented on the status of her pregnancy. The aquarium did not immediately respond to an email from the Associated Press seeking more information. Quote, Charlotte has developed a rare reproductive disease that has negatively impacted her reproductive system, unquote, the aquarium said. The findings are truly a sad and unexpected medical development. Our priority is to focus on Charlotte's health and well-being. The aquarium in the Blue Ridge Mountains had announced Charlotte's pregnancy in February, stating that she hadn't shared a tank with a male of her species in the last 8 years. The aquarium said that at the time she was pregnant with as many as 4 pups and could give birth within 2 weeks. So originally the pregnancy, it was thought to be a result of some type of asexual reproductive called parathenogenesis. I don't know. In which offsprings develop from unfertilized eggs, meaning there is no genetic contribution by the male.
Weird.
So people on the internet immediately started going into this conspiracy theory where it's like, oh, they just wanted to get publicity and figured everybody would forget. And then time comes for her to actually give birth. And now they're like, she's not pregnant anymore. She has reproductive issues. I don't know. Just wanted to give that update. So
I'm gonna pour one out for Charlotte.
I've not heard that take about it.
It's look, you stay on the internet long enough and people will come out of nowhere with weird conspiracies.
Oh my God. All right. Let's see here. Well, bummer on Charlotte that she is gonna have her 4 pups. So
Bummer on going to the doctor and them just being like, "You're probably pregnant. You're a woman."
Yeah.
No, bitch, my insides are decaying. No, it's babies.
Yeah, that does seem like a minor
It's a whole
oversight,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who did they take that to? Like Dr. Cletus kind of thing, you know? That he's like, I don't know.
The U.S.
Still
Supreme
lumpy down
Court.
there. I bet there's
She's got
some
some
pups.
bumps in her belly. Must be babies.
Belly bumps, dude. My God.
No, that's gonna get us like pregnancy people. Don't make that a show
Oh,
title.
that's a good
No, we
point,
don't want
though.
that. No, no.
Oof, that's a good point. The baby bump crowd.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
Yikes.
I'm not gonna get way into this, but I want to cover this. Did you hear about this LA Sheriff's Department gang thing that just dropped like yesterday?
No.
This is wild. It's a pretty long story, and I'm not really gonna dive into it, but just please Google LASD gangs and look stuff up about the LA Sheriff's Department. Like, also Chapo Trap House has, I looked up what episode it was episode 518 about like the LA County sheriffs being gangs and like,
Oh, really?
oh, it's like a document, like it's a fascinating,
Oh, wow.
terrifying thing.
Yeah.
This guy was last seen alive on August 5th, 2018, fleeing from LA County Sheriff's deputies. His name was Raimundo Rivera. 6 days later, his corpse was pulled from inside of a building column outside of a local supermarket in Lancaster.
We covered this. Okay. Yeah, no, we absolutely covered this story.
Did we?
Yes. Because I specifically remember because people were complaining about the smell. And they ended up finding him, and
Yes.
go ahead,
No,
and I
do
will find
remember-
it.
do
I will
remember
find it.
Yeah. Well, deputies had chased him, knew he fell into that pillar, and left him there to die, according to a lawsuit filed this week against LA County by a former deputy sheriff's ex-girlfriend accusing him of physical abuse. Like, there's so much to this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how sad knowing that you just left him there.
Yeah.
Like, I know the story you're talking about, and
Is it not the same
Like it's
thing?
a different one. I feel like that was somebody that like.
Are that many people getting trapped in columns at supermarkets? Sorry, I know it's not funny, but holy shit.
Because I think that person had been there a lot. I mean, this was just 6 days. Like, I think that person was a lot further
mean,
gone.
Okay.
August in LA though could be
Yeah.
get pretty warm.
That's what I'm kind of wondering. I mean, like, a
Hmm.
body will get pretty rank pretty quick, I would
Yeah.
think.
But it goes into like
Right.
the allegations that the ex-girlfriend has against her, former deputy boyfriend.
Mhm.
Like, he had all these sadistic tendencies, would choke her like to the point of being unconscious just to assert dominance.
Jeez.
Made her drive behind him one time and was like going really fast and then slammed on his brakes so that she would crash into him. Then like just pitched a fit about it. Like, and she was afraid to report him because he was like the lead guy of one of the gangs. And it's just like, when she filed this, she filed it as a Jane Doe because she's like afraid for her like life.
Jeez, man.
I mean, this is a
Yeah.
lot.
God.
Yeah. but I don't know if it'll go anywhere. I mean, LA Sheriff's Department goes pretty deep with this stuff, so I don't know if they'll actually come anything of it. But but yeah, even if you don't ever listen to Chapo Trap House, that episode is so good.
So I think I found the page.
Yeah,
because it's from August of 2018.
Really?
Like literally, it's like back episode.
That's hilarious.
But I can't find the specific super decomposing body found in Entrance, California. Okay, here we go. Found it.
And
dude, we
look
did
at
this.
this
Look at this. Police in California are investigating how a decomposing body ended up in a column at the entrance of a supermarket in LA County after it was found on Saturday.
6 years later,
Dude.
we're bringing y'all an update.
Oh my god, we've done it! Holy shit!
My god, we've done it.
That's fucking wild.
That's
That is
funny.
fucking wild,
I was
dude.
really convinced that couldn't have been the same. That's
Yeah.
crazy. We've been doing this a long time.
We've been doing this a hot minute, man. That's awesome. Not that they found the dead body or that it was a dead body in general, but just the fact that we can pull that back up.
Yeah.
So, that's wild,
I
dude.
know. And I wonder if they ever had like a cause for it until right now.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Probably not. Jeez, dude. Huh. I don't know. That just puts a fucking smile,
That's so cool.
a creepy smile
Whoa,
on my
yeah.
face.
For the podcast.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about how Google AI is probably could use a little bit of fine tuning in regards to identifying fungus.
Oh no.
So, Google AI just might kill you. It misidentified a destroying angel mushroom as an edible, quote, button mushroom.
I gotta say, that's a really metal name for a poisonous mushroom.
Right, destroying angel mushroom. So, picture this. You're out foraging in the woods, you snap a pic of an innocent-looking mushroom, and your trusted Google Gemini AI app tells you it's a button mushroom. You gather a batch, take them home, and fry them up with a little butter and garlic. Your family thanks you for the delicious meal, and you turn in. And you in turn thank Google for identifying the mushrooms. Plot twist.
Don't thank me, thank Google.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh wait, necessary. Oh, do you think this is a button mushroom? It ain't. It's a destroying angel mushroom. Damn, I need some like slam guitar.
That's
I need
funny.
a slam guitar button.
I
So
just don't. I would not trust Google with telling me what something is. If I did use it to try to identify, I would compare it to like pictures of what it said it was. You know what I'm saying?
I am
Yeah.
not trusting my eyesight to decide whether this mushroom matches that mushroom enough to
Yeah.
decide whether it can mean
Yeah.
not doing it.
So I have a buddy that I know from school that legit took us out in the woods one time and was like could literally
Yeah.
like this dude was super big into like
And
whatever
if you're, like,
mycology or whatever.
pretty well trained on it, that's one thing. But like,
Mhm.
if you're just Googling it
No,
and trying
yeah.
to be like, there's a lot of mushrooms out there, and you might not be as smart as you think you are.
No. The other thing that I will say, Larry, you were talking about you're like, I'm not gonna trust this. Okay. So the average intelligence is here.
Mm.
Half of the population is under that.
Yeah.
So I'll remind you that of that. So they're just like, well, just fucking Google it, dude. Google it.
Not when it comes to whether it's poison
No,
just by
no.
looking at it. No.
But so anywho, plot twist, Jim and I was wrong, and you all just ate destroying angel mushrooms. Is that really a bad thing? Fucking A Tweety, it is. So the Amanita mushrooms, destroying angel included, are a horrible way to die.
Oh. Not
Particularly,
only are you gonna die, but it's gonna be bad.
particularly because, like rabies, when you first show symptoms, you're already dead. But that's not what makes the Amanita, or no, I'm sorry, Amanita.
Yeah.
Amanita acreata.
Yeah.
Acreata, and its relatives awful. With rabies, there is no reprieve. You are sick and get sicker until you die. With these mushrooms, though, you will be sick for a while, and then suddenly you'll feel like it's passed, and you're on the mend. This is a lie. You know why? Because during that reprieve, in quotation marks, period, as Kingfisher and Wombat note, the active toxin in the mushroom is destroying your liver. Only forage with a reliable guide.
Wait.
Never
You
know.
skipped a sentence after this is a lie. It's important.
Oh wait, where's the lie? Didn't even see it. Oh, you're about to return to groaning intestinal pain, slip into a coma, and die. Damn, thank you. Yeah. And that's because during that reprieve period, your liver is basically being destroyed. So.
God.
So Google wants to put AI in every part of our lives, but it can't even tell you the difference between a tasty side dish and certain death.
It could be both.
Yeah, right.
I like that's dumb saying that's like every mushroom is edible once.
Yeah, all right. It's like trusting your drunk uncle to perform brain surgery because he once watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy. So, I like the analogies.
That's good.
But yeah, man, I just I don't know. Have you guys used any of the visual identification stuff like plants or anything?
I used it on a couple plants down in Florida and it worked really well. It
Really?
was cool. I
That's
wouldn't
awesome.
trust it about like, can I eat this?
Yeah, no, I'm with
But
you.
like just
I'm with you.
identifying it was cool.
Yeah, the only
I've done it with like birds.
I've only used those for reverse image searches.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was nothing.
Just to get the sauce.
Yeah. Yes.
Guilty.
I actually do it a lot. I have taken sneaky pictures of people's sneakers out in public and
Sneaky
then
sneaker pictures. Sneaky
then-
sneaker pics.
and then put those into Google Lens and it always finds them.
Really?
Always.
Oh,
It's
that's so
really cool.
I love that. I love when that shit works, but damn if it doesn't go real wrong real fast
Yeah.
when it doesn't.
Because
You know?
sometimes it'll find something so specific, and then sometimes it'll be like, I saw this really cool, like oversized, like button down Oxford type shirt.
Yeah.
But like on one side of it, the stripes went horizontal, on the other side they went vertical.
Ooh, yeah.
And then like the pocket on whichever side also didn't match the right. It was really
It's
cool.
like opposite kind of thing.
Could not find that to save. I've looked all over the internet, cannot find it. I've put it into Google Lens. It's not out there.
It just made Google Lens's eyes go cross and it started
Well,
drooling.
it's just like, oh, yeah, no, I've seen striped Oxfords, and I'm like, yeah, no, I have two. I want this one.
Yeah.
So at what point are you going to resort to employing find people on 4chan to try to find it for you?
I don't fuck with 4chan anymore. I'm not 23 anymore, dude. I'm not on 4chan anymore.
No, I mean there are some threads or like
There's decent
Yeah.
Reddits that'll do it that
Yeah.
are like, find this article of clothing that
Yeah.
I don't have to go to 4chan for.
You have to open a flipping incognito browser and like back yourself into a corner, you know, in a room.
I swear I'm about to start using incognito all the time because there's so many sites that just like, if you've ever visited them, they somehow have your email address and then they'll
Oh.
email you and they'll be like, hey, remember when you looked at this? And I'm like, yeah, shut up.
just
I look at all kinds of stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
don't you want to buy it? No, I would have bought it.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
was 6 years ago.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
just leave me alone.
Oh man.
Vans is really bad about it. Vans will send an email and I'll be like, oh, what colors does this new shoe come in? And I'll click on it. 30 minutes later, it's like, did you see something you liked? And it's like, you already emailed me it to start with.
I like the ones that it's like, we miss you. And it's like, I don't fucking miss you, dude. My wallet sure as hell doesn't.
There's a makeup brand I like called ColourPop.
Mhm.
And if you have their tab open and you open another tab, it starts flashing at you saying, on the tab name, it starts flashing at you saying, like, hey, come back. Where'd you go? As the name of the
What?
tab. Look, I
Oh,
just did it.
what?
So, like, see it right here? Hang on. Hey, where'd you go?
What?
Fuck off.
God, man.
That's so weird.
I mean, I feel like we're getting back to like the internet's turning into, the
It's like AOL days.
like GeoCities with like banner ads everywhere that was like basically fucking the Daily Mail.
God.
Everything's turning into the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's getting pretty bad. Which, speaking of,
Yeah.
let's get into this bad boy.
I was hoping you were getting to that.
Yeah. So Instagram is, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
Oh, I meant the 1 2 above it, but that's okay too.
Oh yeah.
We'll run long.
Well, so yeah, I honestly I wanted to cover that
I feel
because
like these can just go hand in hand.
that works.
Yeah.
All right. So Instagram confirms that they are going to be testing unskippable ads.
Don't like that.
Yeah, that sucks. Instagram confirmed it is testing unskippable ads after screenshots of the feature began circulating across social media. These new ad breaks will display a countdown timer that stops users from being able to browse through more content on the app until they view the ad, according to informational text displayed in the Instagram app. I feel like that's a pretty good source.
Ridiculous, dude. It's like every other post on literally every platform is an ad.
Yeah, it is.
Like Reddit's gotten
man.
really bad about it. TikTok, you can't even tell the difference between a fucking ad and an actual skit. And Twitter does the same fucking thing. So,
I feel like Twitter, you can tell their ads because they are always just weird.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit. Yeah, you're following.
Yeah.
I think that I just used Instagram wrong by accident. I just hit the like search thing, but I don't search for anything. I just scroll through that shit.
I love that though.
And then I'll just like pick out shit from that,
Yeah.
And all the ads say sponsored and like, or at least I think they do. And yeah, I don't think I've seen an ad on Instagram yet. Which I guess
this is a little bit off topic, but what pisses me off is paying for Spotify Premium and still getting ads on podcasts. That pisses me off.
Do podcasts have ads still?
Yeah.
Dang, huh? It's interesting.
I mean, that's any podcast platform though, like because the ads are part of the podcast.
Yeah, I think that once you like upload it or whatever, and it goes, I think they can just inject ads into it.
Well,
right?
there are different ones, right? So there are ones where the hosts will read the ads, right?
Yeah.
And then there are some that are just like generic progressive ads or like whatever the hell your algorithm is throwing at you at that point in time.
Yeah.
Like I would rather listen to the creator
do an
listen
ad
their
read
sponsors. Yeah, I mean, because they're being sponsored. Sure, don't cut me off by some 30-second ad. Like,
yeah.
I think it probably works like
O'Reilly Auto Part.
I think it probably works kind of like TV ads where like they still get that ad time to like
insert whatever
the network, but like you get local ads in that part of it.
Okay. So it's okay.
I think it's still the same sort of thing.
Gotcha. It's just kind of like the price you pay to the platform to have your stuff on it, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, then what's the point of like paying for premium for podcasts if you're still getting ads? You know, because you don't get ads on music; it's just on podcasts.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you're paying Spotify for the music part.
Yeah, but Spotify also pays the podcasters. Like if you're big enough, like Joe Rogan's deal with Spotify, right?
Yeah, but they're not interrupting songs to put ads in the middle of songs. Like they're not interrupting podcasts to put those ads there. The podcasts have done that. Like there are podcasts that don't have ads.
So now I have a question.
Okay.
Are we on Spotify?
Yes.
And if we are, okay,
Yes.
so if we are, do we have ads in our podcast?
I've never come across one. No, I don't think we qualify for ads because.
Well, no, but I wasn't sure.
I'm saying it's not Spotify putting the ads into the podcast. It's the podcast.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So literally, they're submitting the file that they're submitting to Spotify is a file that already has that has ads in it.
Yeah, and there's some space for like local ads on some podcasts, but like those are still going to the podcast creator, not to Spotify or to Castbox or whatever you listen on.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. But
Right,
still,
right.
I just wanted to bitch about it.
But still, I'm not happy. The change would see the social network becoming more like the free version of YouTube, which requires users to view ads before and in the middle of watching videos. It makes sense that Instagram would consider going this route too, given that it's also shifted over the years to become more of a video sharing network, thanks to features like stories and reels, rather than a place to only share still photos. We're always testing formats that can drive value for advertisers, a Meta company spokesperson told TechCrunch. We don't care about the users. All we
No.
give a shit about is shoving as many ads down your throat in the allotted time that you'll give us. Now, obviously, I editorialized that second part. As we note and learn, we will provide updates should this test result in any formal product changes. So, I don't know. I guess it'll kind of, we'll just see what happens. So, I don't know. So, how does Instagram normally work? Do you just scroll down?
Yeah, like
And
there's
it's
just
like-
ads peppered through every few posts.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell me how to social media, please.
Honestly, the ads that I get on Instagram are pretty good. Like they're like a lot of times I don't even realize they're ads, and I'll be like, 'cause sometimes they'll be a brand that I follow, like it'll be
Sure.
like a smaller creator or something.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad that they're serving me their ads because I'm like, you don't have to advertise to me. I already buy from you.
Yeah. Let's see here. The new quote ad break feature was spotted initially by Instagram app user Dan Levy, who posted a screenshot of the test to his account on X. The app stopped Levy from scrolling past the ad when it appeared. He said something he thought was a quote bonkers move. What?
Thanks, random Twitter guy.
I know, right? And then I love that they like build on this non-foundation of this one random dude. A follow-up post on Reddit clarified that if you click the info icon next to the ad break to learn more, you'll see a message that reads, quote, "You're seeing an ad break. Ad breaks are a new way of seeing ads on Instagram.
No.
Sometimes you may need to view an ad before you keep browsing." No, I think the use of need is very... It's like, are you ever like using something and you're like, God, I hadn't seen
need
an
an
ad.
No.
Hot minute, man. I'm like, I'm jonesing for an ad.
Sometimes I log out of Spotify Premium just to feel real again. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I would never.
Sometimes I just go to YouTube channels that are just ads.
Oh no, dude. Okay, so people that big red flag, people that listen to music solely on YouTube, like not even YouTube music, just YouTube. That's nah.
That's weird.
Just
I don't know. I've never done it.
just
I
download
just feel-
Spotify with ads. Like
Apparently, YouTube Music has like really good algorithms though.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I've heard that before, but I'm talking about just plain YouTube. You know?
Just
yeah.
put on one music video and just hit like just autoplay for suggested shit after.
Took a pill and a visa.
Yeah,
On
you
repeat.
listen to Avicii, and next thing you know, you come across a compilation of those dudes that cut cow hoofs. You know,
Nope.
you've never
Like,
seen
are you
those.
just- yeah,
dude.
that they're like no, and it's like you're talking about horse hooves, are you?
No.
like the
Cow-
dudes that
Yeah, they'll find like blisters and shit inside of them, and so they'll scrape off and like cut off layers
Okay,
of the bone.
You lost me.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, man. It's wild
Yeah,
out there.
All right, well,
You gotta log off sometimes, dude.
seriously,
I do.
Mary.
I do.
Honestly, I don't know if you going on like long breaks is a good thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think you need to like
I will-
maximum 48 hours.
I will go like a couple of weeks without getting on TikTok, and then I'll get on and stay on for like 2 days, and then get off for like a couple of weeks, you know? So
You only get off of TikTok once you're blinking independently of each eye.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh man. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I've got for this. Basically, we're just gonna be keeping an eye out to see how this is. I'm sure that nobody's gonna fucking have a problem.
Did you want to
with this,
piggyback the Twitter thing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I need to hear this.
Well, so this was interesting. So X has new rules that officially allow porn now, but wasn't porn basically always?
Yeah, Twitter's not ever not had porn.
So
I guess now it's like
literally
officially they have a stance on it, I guess.
I guess, man. So as spotted by TechCrunch, X updated its guidelines to let users, quote, share consensually produced and distributed adult nudity or sexual behavior, as long as it's labeled and not in a prominent location, such as a profile picture or banner. After this article was published, the @safety account tweeted saying, quote, we have launched adult content and violent content policies to bring more clarity of our rules and transparency into enforcement of these areas. These policies replace our former sensitive media and violent speech policies, but what we enforce against hasn't changed. So we're just labeling it something different. Is that kind of? So in the past, X, formerly known as Twitter, I can't wait till we can drop that, didn't explicitly ban porn. It became a home for some NSFW creators following the launch of Twitter Blue, now X Premium, as creators could encourage followers to pay to view content similar to OnlyFans. NSFW content could be another form of revenue for X, which has seen a dip in ad sales following Elon Musk's takeover. Shocking. Shocking Pikachu face, right? The platform will require users who regularly post NSFW content to adjust their settings to mark the images and videos they post as sensitive content. X's rules apply to all adult content, whether AI generated, photographic, or animated. By default, users who aren't 18 or haven't entered their birth date can't view NSFW material. The new rules also ban content, quote, promoting exploitation, non-consent, objectification, sexualization, or harm to minors, and obscene behaviors. So yeah, I just don't understand, like, I don't understand what has changed.
Nothing.
Or I feel like
I'm
this
not
is
following it. Yeah.
well, so I feel like this is just like a fucking native ad for X, like trying to get people on whatever X.
Hey, you know, there's
Premium or
titties
something.
on here.
Yeah.
Titties. No, not titties. Titties. Oh, you're right. It is so
It's
much
so
better
much
with these.
Well, and there's also there was a linked article saying that they're about to take away seeing other people's likes. So like you'll still be able to see who liked your post. You can see the like count on everybody else's stuff, but you can't see, like, I can't look at yours and see who liked your stuff. And I can't look at your profile and look at your liked tab.
That's what's the thinking behind that? Or do you have any idea?
Because people feel discouraged to like edgy content.
Oh, I
Let
see.
me give you an example. I knew a guy who, you don't know him, just before you guys were
He
like,
goes
is
to a
it?
different
You don't know him.
school.
Okay.
You don't know. He goes to a different school.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who was, he doesn't go here, okay? Listen, this is juicy.
He doesn't ride my
You're
bus.
just gonna be like, no, who is it? And I'm like, for real, you don't know him. It's too bad because I would love to roast him publicly. He would regularly retweet stuff. Also, I just Googled him and found his Twitter. Like, and he knew I knew his Twitter. Like anyway.
Yeah.
Whole ass government name on his Twitter, okay?
Okay.
He's like regularly retweeting like very transphobic, like hating like anything about like trans people or gay people or anything. All of his likes are trans porn. All of his likes are trans porn.
What?
I mean, graphic trans porn. And I'm like, my brother in Christ, you don't know that likes are public, huh?
Oh my.
I have another friend who still regularly goes and is like, he's still up to it.
God. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
like what you like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't act like you hate it and then
Yeah.
also like it on the same account, dog.
Seriously. Oh man.
Man.
Yeah. See, I found the best policy is just to peruse. don't really like push any buttons. Just a lot of this.
Just take a gander.
I like all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And like I like to go on like people whose Twitters I really enjoy and look through their likes because they like good things.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, that makes sense because if like you said, if you somebody put some kind of content out, you like their content. And yeah,
Like
it just makes
there
sense.
was a co-host on a podcast I used to listen to pretty regularly who was just really active liking stuff on Twitter. And I would go there and like sometimes I found like stories to cover or like little rabbit holes to go down just because I'm creeping on a person I've never met's likes on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, dang. So, and they're taking that away, or it's already
They're
gone?
taking it away. Damn.
God, taking away anything that makes it fun.
Pour one out for that last guy.
Yeah, right. Let's see here. I think that's about it. Because honestly, this really just seems like they're just making like a PSA that it's like, did you guys know that porn's available on, it's not only available on all these other websites, it's available on X also.
It cracks me up because sometimes I'll see a really big tweet and I'll look at replies. And sometimes there'll just be like, I mean, just whole.
Yeah.
And like, I was actually here about the frogs on the original tweet.
Oh no! I accidentally clicked on a backshot thread. Oh man!
Dude, there's a channel that I don't know, a user. What are they called on Instagram? Channels, users.
User, yeah.
Okay.
Account.
Yeah, this account that I follow,
Yeah.
that it's literally it's just called Stuff Exploding.
Mm-hmm.
And but then like recently the last like 2 were just straight up fucking porn.
Oh no.
And so I'm like scrolling or whatever, and I'm like, oh, is Stuff Explode? No, this isn't Stuff Explode. Well, it might be, but not the kind of shit I'm looking at to explode.
Oh man.
But and then I went down to the comments and people were like, "This account hacked." Like, what the fuck, man? It's like we were looking at like fireworks and shit last week, and now we're just looking at like
if I want that kind of explosion, I know where to go.
Yeah, exactly. But no, this just seems like legit just seems like almost a cry for help.
It really feels like a PSA.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget there's hole over here.
Yeah. Huh. There's a hole over here.
Oh god.
Awesome.
All right, I put together some like a little summer reading guide.
Okay.
You guys want to hear some books?
Absolutely.
Okay. If I've talked to you in person in the last 2 weeks, I'm sorry because I can't stop talking about this book that I'm reading really slow, but it's fun. It's called The Husbands by Holly Gramazio.
Mm-hmm.
I instantly just like saw the name of it and I was like, no, don't care, because this like sounds like a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's not really. I'm about halfway through it and it's just fun. It's like barely magical realism. So this main character comes home drunk and her husband's there, but she's not married, and she's like, what? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, you really tied one on tonight, huh? And she's like, what?
My
So she's like piecing it
nightmare.
together.
Yeah, right.
Everybody in her life knows him, and it's like clearly they've been married for a while. And she's like, what the entire fuck? Like,
Yeah.
so the next day, like he goes up
Wait,
and
is this dark matter?
way less science than that.
Okay.
He goes up in the attic to like change a light bulb or something, and a different husband comes down.
No.
So like she's still also married,
Yeah.
but this is a whole different dude. And she's like, huh? And then it also alters the little bits of stuff in her life.
Well, so and her friends are still like knowing
No,
any of these?
each time they like she's been married for at least a few months, sometimes several years.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, weird.
yeah. So like her
That's
friend,
an interesting
it's a
concept.
really fun concept, and like she like one guy comes down and he's just annoying, and she's like, I think you left that light on, and just like immediately sends him back up to the attic. So like just at the first, she just speeds through like getting rid of. She's like, go back up.
So so as soon as she sends
Every
him
time
up,
someone goes in the attic, a
Oh.
different husband comes in.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
it like resets everything.
That's
She
wild.
keeps swapping him out once she realizes, and she's like trying to figure out at what point she's like made the best choice. So I think it starts to get more into like, you know, how
Right.
do you, not that you're settling, but like how do you know when like you do have it good, and you
Yeah,
know,
when is good enough
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
she's like there's several times that I've laughed out loud. Like she's like, I'm gonna stop being so picky. I gotta quit. Like, cause sometimes the next guy is awful, you know.
Yeah.
And then like the next guy, she's like, no, but he has weird elbows. He's gotta go.
So she just walks
It's a
into
lot
another
of
room.
fun. Well, you have to get the guy to go back to the attic.
Oh,
Like,
oh, the
it's
attic. Okay,
typically
okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun.
It's called The Husbands.
The Husbands, yeah.
Husbands, that's
And it's
fun.
really not like, I wouldn't call it like a girly book. Like
Yeah.
like I would suggest a guy read it too.
So this is my main question.
Yeah.
How long is this book? Because you said you've been reading it for a second.
I've just been
but
reading
just
slow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not long. I think it's 350. Is that?
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad, and it's light reading. It's not like it's hard. Like, I just can't fucking concentrate lately.
Dude, I totally understand. Like,
I know.
I don't know, because I was trying to read through articles today, well, before we were recording, at Taekwondo, and that's normally when I do it.
Yeah.
And I literally read the same paragraph like 4 times, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to do, I like lock myself in a room
Yeah.
once we get back to the house or something.
I was trying to watch a TikTok about like a true crime thing today, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm a minute into this, and I have not a fucking clue what's been said. I'm gonna turn my phone off.
Ah, man.
Anyway, okay, next book.
Brain funk.
I just read this one called Happy Place by Emily Henry.
Mhm.
It actually is a rom-com. She's just like a really good, like, she's my exception when I'm like, I don't really like traditional rom-com stuff. I'm like, unless it's her.
Yeah.
But she's put out a book a year since 2020, and all 5 of them have been like really buzzy bestsellers.
Really.
And I've read 3 of those, and they've all just been great.
Dude, as I've gotten older, fucking rom-coms are just very nice. It's like a fucking palate cleanser
It's like
kind
a
of thing.
reset,
You know?
and it was like, I read that because I had just read Attica, and I was like, you know what I need is not riots and prison and bloodbaths.
Seriously.
So it was a very good reset. And then I heard 2 books compared to just that author in general. One's called How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong, and the other's called This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. They both sound cute. They're just like kind of generic rom-coms, but they've got really good like feedback and stuff. And
Yeah.
I heard 2 different podcasts be like, these books would all hang out. Like these books would be
Yeah.
friends. And
Yeah,
I'm like, I
yeah.
love that comparison.
That's awesome.
I just heard of one called Youth Juice by E.K. Sathyew.
Youth juice.
And they call it American Psycho meets The Devil Wears Prada, outrageous body horror for the goop generation.
Goop.
Say fucking less.
Oh my god, and what is it
Say
called?
less. Youth Juice, all one word.
Oh.
It was something like, you'll never put moisturizer on the same way again.
And this comes out this summer? Is that
It's
what you said?
out. These
Oh,
are
it's already
already out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple towards the
Youth
end. They're
juice.
not-
Man, that might
Look
be
at
on
the
the
cover of it. She's holding like nice moisturizer and it's dripping blood.
dude.
Oh yeah. Oh
that's,
yeah.
That's kind of got some like almost like horror store feels.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because it's very, let's see, a 29-year-old copywriter realizes that beauty is possible at a terrible cost in this surreal, satirical send-up of NYC it girl culture. Like, this book sounds hard. Like,
Yeah,
this is going to
yeah.
be good. And I think
That's
it's
awesome.
short. It's under 300 pages.
Dude.
In Light of All Darkness by Kim Cross is a true crime book that came out last year. A podcast I really like said that it's the first like really good true crime book that she'd read in a long time.
Mhm.
She said it reads like a thriller, even though it's true crime.
Yeah.
It's about the kidnapping of Polly Kloss in 1993. That was like a really big like
Yeah.
it changed a lot of ways the FBI solves cases. Like it was a
Whoa.
hugely, I think it said it was as influential to the FBI as like the Unabomber or the Oklahoma City bombing cases.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Victim by Andrew Borrega.
Mhm.
I was trying to find a good summary of it, and I found a review that compared it to this book, Yellowface, that came out last summer. And it said, both these books are satires about the public's fascination with trauma porn, written from the first-person perspective of a fraudster depending their actions, and both show readers as consumers who validate narratives that allow them to feel virtuous, and both are wickedly funny. I did not like Yellowface, but I liked the concept, and this one sounds really good. This guy, like, realizes that, like, if he plays the victim, he can, like, get far going to college and, like, then in his writing career, and then he just milks it and just, like, makes up who he is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then these three are coming out. This one will be out by the time this podcast comes out. Well, day after, June 11th. Horror movie by Paul Tremblay.
Wait a second. Oh, what did he write? I know we read it. Oh my gosh. Give me a hint.
He writes horror.
Paul Tremblay. Larry, can you name it?
Nope.
Larry don't read.
I got nothing.
He wrote Head Full of Ghosts.
Head full of go. Oh,
And
that was
he
the
wrote
Exorcist
in the World
thing.
too. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
But the book of his that I liked the most was Survivor Song. I've just read those three of his, but it was wild.
Really?
I almost threw up reading part of it because it was so intense.
Real? Oh,
Damn.
jeez.
Just getting an oil change and sitting outside, I was like, oh no.
Wait, wait. It was so intense in what way? Just like the plot was.
Very graphic body
Oh,
horror.
really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like well written. I mean,
Yeah.
did it well. And I don't like that, but like that book was incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this book, horror movie, the only surviving cast member of a movie from 30 years ago is helping to remake it, but at what cost?
There it is.
Ooh.
The blurb says it's an obsessive, psychologically chilling, and suspenseful twist on the cursed film that breathlessly builds to an unforgettable, mind-bending conclusion.
That sounds pretty fucking good.
I know, man. Sometimes these blurbs really hit.
I know, right? Yeah. Especially like I don't know what it is, even though
Thrillers, man.
over summer,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
horror and thrillers and shit.
Yeah.
God, I'm here for it. And maybe it's just like it's like drilled into my head that it's like all these like camp massacres and
yeah.
shit, you know? But
I mean, I've read some good thrillers that are set in winters, but like summer just feels like thriller time.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This one is called All This and More by Ping Shepherd. It's out July 9th. This woman is selected to be on a new TV show that lets contestants change their pasts. Then this is a quote from the blurb. But even as she rises to become a famous lawyer, gets back together with her high school sweetheart, and travels the world, she begins to worry that all this and more's promises might be too good to be true, because while the technology is amazing, something seems a bit off.
Ooh, this has
No.
some monkey what is it? Monkey claw or monkey what is it? Fuck. What the hell?
Monkey's paw?
Monkey's paw?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah,
That it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'll grant your wish, but I'm gonna really fuck with like actually how I'm granting your wish, you know?
A handful of books that have been like based around reality TV shows and stuff, and I've really liked them.
Really.
So I'm like, this sounds pretty cool.
It sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And then last one on my list is called 5-Star Stranger by Kat Tang. It comes out August 6th. This guy is a rental stranger, and you can just hire him to pretend to be whatever kind of person you need. So, like, if you need a date to go with you to a funeral, or like if you need like a stand-in uncle at a wedding, or whatever,
sure.
you know. But somebody is threatening to out him when he's pretending long-term to be a father to a little girl. It's about the commodification of relationships in a gig economy, isolation in a hyper-connected world, and the risk of asking for what we want from those who cannot give.
Dang.
Love
This sounds fucking intense.
Like, I wish I had come up with this concept.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Whew.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Got some good
sounds like
books.
yeah, it sounds like some really good books.
Yeah.
Really good books on the horizon and already out. So
And I'll have that whole list in the show notes, and then I've got like links to a couple summer reading guides that I like that have like a whole lot of books on them on that list. So
Okay.
that site that I just pulled up to show you that it's like come back just emailed me and they were like, "We noticed you checking us out."
No,
I was like, I literally went to the homepage. I didn't even click anything.
You are doing my work for me.
Oh.
I'm explaining what's annoying about your website.
And once again, like I order from you. Like I literally have a package from you in my mailbox to get when I get home. Like let me live.
Oh, that's awesome.
God.
Dang, dude. I think that I have probably about 3 or 4 of those books that you just named that are going to be on my short list.
Good, yeah.
God, Youth Juice sounds
Youth Juice sounds fun.
right up my fucking alley.
That might
dude.
be a good
So-
book club bug.
Actually, yeah.
Because we like horror and we like shitting on goop. So
Yeah. God, it's the best of all worlds. Horror, shitting on goop, and just fantastic cover.
we love to see it. And it just came out, but I think it's already on the high seas. I think I looked earlier.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
yet.
Fuck.
Okay.
It came out like literally yesterday. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe give it a second.
I'd say we'll give it a week.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what? They have until the 26th, and then we can figure out whether or not we can get it,
Yeah.
and then we can do it for next book club.
Yeah.
So, cool. Well, rock and roll. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah.
That was a solid list, dude. Larry, you wanna do one, or you want me to wrap up my stuff, or what?
Yeah, I vote wrap up. I'm pretty tired.
Okay. No worries, dude. All right, let me just rant for a second about this. I think I talked about this a little bit. I can't remember if I actually covered this story. It is back from May. It was just it. Do you ever add shit to your pocket
All the time.
and then it gets lost?
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, I really want to cover that. Okay.
Yeah.
So my whole library is wiped out. What it means to own movies and TV in the age of streaming services. I know I've like ranted about this shit before, but this is like a really solid example of someone that it's like they're just getting painted into a corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what rights do you have to digital movies? And I'm not covering all this by any stretch. What rights do you have to the digital movies, TV shows, and music you buy online? That question was on the minds of Telstra TV box office customers this month after the company announced it would shut down the service in June. Customers were told that unless they moved over to another service, Fetch, they would no longer be able to access the films and TV shows they had bought. This isn't simply a case of Netflix removing Friends from the service when a content agreement runs out. These were films and shows people had bought with the expectation they could watch them whenever they wanted indefinitely.
Ooh.
So Vicky Russell posted on X last week saying she was being asked by Telstra to pay $200 for Fetch to retain access to what she said was $2,500 worth of purchases. Quote, years and years of purchasing movies and my whole library is just wiped out. What a shitty thing to do. End quote, she posted.
That's why you don't pay for movies.
Say what?
That's why you don't pay for movies.
That's one way. I wait till they get to under $15 on Blu-ray. So she later said Telstra had contacted her and offered a free Fetch box, which she acknowledged was a reasonable resolution. That makes sense if you're terminating a service that people have, and it's like putting it behind an additional paywall just because you're migrating, like who's putting the service out there.
Yeah, you should have some kind of grandfathered service.
Yeah, I understand new users kind of thing,
Yeah.
but like, fuck. So a spokesperson for Telstra said it was a rights issue, which meant customers had to move to a similar content service to keep accessing the content. Customers had not been able to make new purchases since the end of September last year, the spokesperson said, with customers being migrated to Fetch since December. Quote, we partnered with Fetch as our new entertainment platform, and the vast majority of movies or shows customers have bought on their Telstra TV box office can be migrated across. So this is like, I feel like this is going to be something that really starts to matter if and when these streaming services
Mhm.
start to
Start to
like
fold.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like specifically like the Amazons and the well, honestly, most of the other ones are actually just literally just giving you access to it,
Yeah.
you know. But like you can buy shit on Amazon and you have to watch it through Amazon. It's
Yeah.
not, I don't think it's like a downloadable file
No,
or
I'm
No.
sure
anything,
it's
right?
not.
Yeah, just like
But
with Apple TV, you know, you download something from there and it's on your iTunes library.
yeah, and I would guess that obviously I have no evidence to back this shit up, but I would guess that if something was not getting hits on the regular, that they're going to want to free up that kind of like space to just like say, oh, if nobody's, you know, watched this in the past or whatever, if it, under
Mhm.
X number of people have watched this thing in the past year, we're just going to get rid of access to it kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also remember iTunes, like if you bought movies from there, you were able to download them. I believe I could be
Oh, really?
remembering wrong, but
Yeah.
because I still have an episode of Doug that I bought like a long time ago, and it was in my
That's awesome.
files folder, not in
Yeah.
my playlist.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
funny, dude.
I don't know.
I think this is, as of right now, I don't think it really matters a hell of a lot. I mean, it is so annoying. I mean, hell, even the other day, I went on Netflix to try to watch *Halt and Catch Fire*. And I mean, I'm sure that hadn't been on fucking Netflix in years because it came out in like 2016 or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And but like, you know, now it's exclusively on whatever AMC Plus or
Oh,
something
I
like
hate
that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, we're just getting back to the point to where it's like, oh, now I have to do a bundle package of fucking like
Like
the
cable.
Peacock and like yeah, and the Hulu and this and that, and it's like, oh, I'm right back to paying, you know, over $100 a month on fucking, you know, streaming services. kind
Yeah,
of thing.
because these services are owned, you know, like Peacock and
Oh, yeah.
all those, you know, they're owned by CBS or whatever, and
yeah.
Hulu is owned by Disney, which has Disney Plus. It's a
Yeah.
whole,
It's just it's a lot of I don't know. Really makes me think about what is it, the Sherman antitrust shit. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just
hey, but
maybe
at
I'm
least
just
there was some
sensitive.
movement on Ticketmaster though, and Live Nation for their stupid fees.
How so?
There was a
Oh, for like transparency.
yeah, there was
into them or whatever?
no, there was a judgment passed or something
Oh.
like that to where their legislation is doing something. I don't know too much about it, but I heard that there's some movement there.
Huh. Well, we'll have to see.
They
how
were
hard
found to
they
be
get lobbied.
monopolistic. I think that's what it said. I don't know.
Yeah, just for like ticket sales of everything. Because
Mhm.
honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
is there any other place to get tickets from? So
Isn't Ticket Web its own thing?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
think it's
I
its
haven't
own
bought a
thing.
ticket for anything in a hot minute. I go see the cheap Tuesday movies that are like $5 and $6. So, but anywho, that's about all I got for that one. I thought it was kind of an interesting. Well, I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was also. This is the first example that I've seen that somebody has been like told, "Hey, you can retain access. You just got to pay, you know, an
Yeah.
additional fee for shit you've already purchased."
Yeah.
Which is sketch to
That's
me.
a mess.
But anywho, that's all I got for that. You guys have anything you want to add before we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't think
good.
so.
No. All right. Well, I'm looking at the time, and we are about 10 minutes short of 2 hours. So we've done it. We've done it.
It's
So-
been done.
It's done been did. But anywho, thank you guys for hanging out. All the people that decided to hang out live, thank you guys. Yeah, it's always fun to have some activity in the chat to get some live feedback and all of that stuff. Let us know what you guys thought about episode 301 of the Tether Radio podcast. 301. Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. So you can send that to tetherradio@gmail.com. That's tetherradio@gmail.com. We have our newsletter, tetherradio.substack.com. You can sign up for that. We have all of our show notes get piped out in a pretty little package on Mondays by Allie. She does a bang up job on it. And she always writes some fun stuff in it and has fun little critter pictures and
With
stuff.
critters.
So it's a great way to start your week. Go to tetherradio.substack.com to sign up for that. You can also check out our merch store at tinyurl.com/tethermerch. We got a new shirt, and I think we've got a new hoodie up, right? So, and I think Larry's gonna buy some sweatpants and cut them off or something like that.
Yeah,
So.
Perfect.
Hoochie Daddy sweatpants.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot Larry summer. So, anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for right around an hour and 50 minutes. I'm Daniel.
I'm Allie.
I'm Larry.
And we hope you guys have a fantastic week. Be sure to be sure to check out the next episode on next Monday. And if you want to tune in live, we start at approximately, I will say, give or take, probably 10 minutes. 6:30 Eastern time. So, and that is on Wednesdays. So, and we try to put out messages if there's something that's come up that we can't host a live or whatever, then we will try to inform you guys so you're not just sitting around twiddling your thumbs for no reason. So, anywho, thanks again for hanging out, guys. Hope you have a fantastic week. Be sure to check out the next full episode on Monday. And until then, take it easy, friendos.
Bye.
Bye. Please clap.